Hello, my sweet little rats. You're in for a treat today because who do we have?
Be James Taylor.
Wow. Wow. And I'm honored because what did you say when you were at my house? Your first successful client friendship?
Yeah, I'm scared to have one. We don't mix business and pleasure like
Oh,
that.
okay. Well, now you're just like dooming us for eternity.
I don't think so because I feel like we would have fallen out already.
Yeah, already. True.
Like, who's gonna do your hair?
That's what I'm saying. I'm gonna
put up with.
Yeah, I'm gonna like have to be like whatever. James is.
Okay, I have to put this on you.
Okay, now I'm gonna look like a rat.
Yeah, but she's super cute now. Skinny queen.
All right, here we go. I'm being very vulnerable with you guys by allowing you to see me while I'm getting my hair done because it's a universal thing that everyone looks ugly when they're getting their hair done.
What she doesn't know is that she could never look ugly. Like, the big eyes always win.
Stop.
No matter what.
Oh my gosh, yeah, I'm just reading my notes too because
I'm scared.
No, like the first time, remember that you did my hair or whatever, and I guess you said something about hanging out, and I was like, and you thought I said like, no, I'm good.
She ditched me. She was like, she was talking. She was like, yeah, I have no friends. Like, nobody wants to hang out with me. Nobody likes me. I'm like, oh my god, actually, I really fuck with you. And she's like, yeah, but you know, Matthew, just like, which is her husband, would not. I don't know. He's just like weird about people. And so I took that, and I was like, oh, she hates me.
No, but I think I meant that on like a couple thing because we were talking about like couple friendships and how I wanted more couple friendships.
Oh, so I have a partner, by the way. So what are you even talking about?
Well, yeah, I know, but I think like I was like, yeah, we would have to see if they vibe, which they do indeed. Because
They do.
how in the world were you guys over at our house until like I feel like that was
like 2 a.m.
Yeah, 2 a.m. That was crazy. What a great game night. Wes cannot play the color game though.
Wes, listen,
Sorry,
he's very pretty.
Yeah,
All right,
he's got that going for him.
I was so shocked though because I feel like Matthew, he's more stoic, you know?
Yeah, I did say that on the last episode. That was one of my first things. That he apologizes to the women in the arts, aka me, for looking so traumatized in the last episode because how dare he? He's just not used to the fame. It's okay.
Yeah, fame. Don't forget fortune. Okay, $1 off this one. Goodbye.
Okay, here's my basic question.
Oh God.
Why did you start doing hair?
Oh, now I have to give you some little lame ass answer. I actually wanted to be an orthodontist.
No, really?
Yeah.
I can't see it at all. Why?
Because I had super fucked up teeth. Like, I mean...
Oh, yeah, I had
like,
headgear and everything.
These teeth were facing east and west. They were super bad. So I was like, you know what? It made me feel so good getting my teeth done. Hashtag, shout out Sheehy and Callahan. Made me getting my teeth done. So I was like, I just want to feel, like, I want to make people feel how it felt when I got my braces off. And then I threw up easily, so that didn't work out.
Yeah. So then from there, you were just like, oh, this looks like a fun activity.
From there, I had a hairstylist at the time before she started doing meth. I had a hairstylist, and she was like, you know what, you ask a lot of questions. She was like, I just really think you would like being a hairstylist. And so I was like, I thought of that. So then I went to hair school, got bullied.
Stop.
Yeah.
Wow. We love that.
I hope you enjoy hair school.
I feel like anytime I've talked to you about it, and then even like Shania, I'm like, everything you guys have told me about hair school makes me like be like, even if I was like, oh my god, I want to do hair, I would never do hair because hair school sounds awful.
But there are some people who like really enjoy it. Like right now I have a client in it and she's like, oh, we're all friends. They love us. And I'm like, can't fucking relate.
Well, I just feel like too, like haven't you said everything you learn in like hair school doesn't actually really like prep you?
I didn't learn shit. Like if I got out of hair school and I started doing your hair, run. because I did not learn anything. I swear to God, I didn't even know the color wheel. I learned all about bones in your bodies for whatever the fuck reason.
Oh, that's weird.
Phalanges.
So that's why you did like the apprenticeship?
Yeah, I did like a very extensive apprenticeship. It was hell. I would never do it again. We worked 12 hours a day, like 3 times at least a week. And then first one in, last one out, no lunch break. It was giving worse than the military. Worse than the military. I was the skinniest I'd ever been.
Wow. Yes, because you weren't eating.
Yes. So if you want to go on a diet, do that.
Okay, next. How do you next question. I have so many great questions for you about hair.
Okay.
How do you create a work-life balance in a career field that includes a lot of after hours and evening work?
You don't. Oh, that helps.
Oh my God. Everyone who's like sitting here listening is like, I want to do hair so bad. It's like, wait. Just kidding.
This might sound crazy, but I don't really have one. Like, I schedule out days for myself sometimes, but I work Monday through Friday, every other Saturday. I'm kind of a workaholic, and like usually money always comes first to me because I'm like, why not do it while you're young? And I know that sounds horrible. I feel like if you want to have a work-life balance, great, good for you. But I have no kids. I have 3 cats, so it's like,
There's
what do I need a work-life balance for? And my partner, he's so cute. He'll just come home, leave me alone, cook dinner. I'll see you on the weekend.
Oh, sweet. I feel like too, though. I mean, I could be wrong, but do you feel like going to work always feels like going to work, though? Because, like, depending on like who your clients are for the day,
You're gonna think I'm lying, but I really don't feel like any day that I'm doing hair, I don't feel like I'm working. Like, I feel like I got rid of all the bad people that just pissed me off.
Mm-hmm.
And yes, hairstylists do get pissed off. I don't know what you want me to tell you. We're humans. Y'all are humans. You piss me off. Like,
so like your clientele is like good enough now to where like every appointment you have,
I'm excited about it.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, maybe like more excited with you than some other people, but
it's okay. She's just saying that. That's fine.
You'll never know.
I guess I won't. I'll know if my hair is messed up.
Right. Take that, bitch. Are you allowed to cuss?
Yeah. Do you not? I'm gonna be really offended right now because there's no way you haven't listened to the other episodes and heard.
You saw me listening to the one with you and Matt. Don't even get on my dick right now. But I just feel like I cuss like an excessive.
No, I do too,
and it's bad. I wish I was like more ladylike.
I know, but like like that's like society telling us we need to be more ladylike, right?
What's there not to cuss about?
I feel like it adds a little flavor to what I'm saying. Like it gets my point across better.
Okay.
Because I've now used a cuss word to like
enhance
it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like that fucking bitch. Okay. Ooh, because that's different than that bitch.
Right.
Right.
What's your favorite cuss word?
Probably one that you're not supposed to say. But cunt.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was like, I didn't know where you were headed there. I thought you were about to mix 3 cuss words in one.
No. I think cunt is my favorite.
Cunt. I like.
But like a lot of people feel like that one is like too far. But I'm like, how? Because it literally means pussy.
Right.
So how is that too far?
Excuse my language. Bloody pussy. Am I wrong? We'll fact check it.
Let's Urban Dictionary this.
I like motherfucker.
Oh yeah, that's good. I feel like
that's very PG.
I don't really feel like I use that one very much actually.
You should start.
I do use like fuck and all of that a lot, but motherfucker doesn't usually roll off my. Because I feel like if I'm gonna call someone a motherfucker, I'm actually just gonna call them a piece of shit.
True. Piece of shit. Piece of shit.
I just go for the jugular,
As you should.
Okay, let's see. Nope, the original English word for a vagina. Doesn't say anything about.
This actually tells me nothing. And she Googled the right thing.
A woman I'm on Urban Dictionary. A woman's genitalia, a person you despise, a mate, or a random person. Okay, I want to know what kind of random person you're going up to and saying, hey,
this
cunt.
is my cunt.
Like, what?
That's how I'm going to be like, yeah, this is Fallon, my cunt.
Ooh, this term has been considered impolite since the end of the 14th century. Not recommended for use in front of the mother-in-law. Also extremely derogative.
Can we talk about why old people hate cussing so much?
I don't understand. Anyways, but no, yes, you can cuss.
You want to know also an unpopular opinion?
Okay, let me hear it.
I really don't have any older clients. And for no other reason than I feel like they don't fit my vibe.
Well, I mean, that's what I was just about to say. Like, you know what I mean? I don't feel like an older person would, like, come to a salon that, like, looks like this. I feel like they're still going to the salons that have been there for, like, 15 million years that have, like, the old-ass dryers that, like, creak and stuff.
But there are some, like, dope older people. It's just, like, we live in the South. We very much do not give simply Southern vibes.
Well, I wouldn't say, like, this, like, salon does either, you know what I mean? Like, no shade. I mean, obviously, I love the aesthetic of the salon.
I think it gives anthropology.
Yeah, and I love that. I feel like...
Because it sounds like Southern music listeners.
I feel like, though, like, older people are going to, like a Volume 1 or something like that.
Oh, yeah.
Or, like
old money.
Paul Mitchell, like...
Yeah.
Isn't there one of those in, like, Gulf Breeze or something?
Paul Mitchell? No, I don't think so.
Oh, maybe not. Maybe I'm thinking of something.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Or, like, schools are cheap to get your hair done.
Yeah.
Wouldn't trust it, but...
Or, like, I don't know. I feel like also most older people, like, probably have, like, the same hair lady they've had for a billion kajillion years, even though they probably should switch it up.
Right.
But to each their own. Okay.
Everyone's gonna learn my foil pattern.
How?
Oh, you're right.
Because they can't see you.
You'll never know.
I remember that was your biggest thing. You were like, they can't see my foil pattern. And I'm like, okay.
Not that it matters. Like, it's not like I'm inventing some, like, new shit. You know what I mean? But I'm just like, don't.
Here's my next question, which I think my answer is the most correct answer there could ever be.
Oh. Okay.
But I don't think that there's, like, necessarily a right or wrong answer.
No, you...
No. I mean, I did, but if you were given $1 million and you had to spend it in an hour, what would you buy?
My God. Probably a lot of strippers.
Oh, see? My answer is just, like, so immensely better.
I'm scared.
I would buy stock or, like, crypto or something.
Oh, my God. You're so boring.
No, it's not boring. It's because, okay, I only have an hour to spend it. So why not spend it on something that will then just make me more than $1 million?
Okay, that's
cracking the code. That's what I'm saying.
Logically, I didn't know we were supposed to be thinking. You say fun money, and I'm thinking. Fun.
I didn't say fun money. I just said you were given $1 million. So what would you do with it?
Spend it.
Right.
I'm thinking like in no way, shape, or form like you can do that.
Right.
Okay, you cracked the code.
I did. That's what I'm saying. Like,
yeah.
Not that there's technically a right answer, but
you do strippers.
It is the right answer.
You're probably gonna have like so much more money, and then I'll just be like,
but
wow,
like, what quality of strippers could you get within an hour in Pensacola?
Fucking J-Lo.
Okay.
You see her in that movie?
But like, I'm saying within an hour, because you have an hour to spend it.
Well, you didn't say I had to be in Pensacola.
I mean, I guess not. You could be wherever you happen to be. Like, if you were in Vegas, that'd probably be the best.
Maybe I would rent out a yacht and party with Pitbull.
Oh. And rub his bald head for good luck.
Yes, and then thongs, blue, yellow, and green.
Oh my god.
I just love Pitbull so much.
Okay. Here's my other question. I already know, like, what your answer, I feel like. Okay. So, we've talked about kids a lot and why. Okay. Rude.
For me.
Right. That's where this is going. So we talked about it a lot, and I know that we share a lot of the same thoughts about it.
Yes.
But what specifically makes you feel really strongly about not wanting a kid?
Probably that if you see, this is hard because I have a really good partner, but regardless, probably just like being sick for 9 months and like, you know how like there's like TikTok things where it's like add it to the list, add it to the list.
Yeah.
Did you know you can split like that way?
Oh yeah,
you
can have like some super severe tears for sure.
but like to where it doesn't work.
Oh. Mm-mm. So I'm glad that never happened to me. Like while I was pregnant, I didn't wind up scrolling on anything like that.
No, you shouldn't.
That wasn't on my algorithm at the time.
And also, like, I just don't think. I think I would be a horrible mom, straight up. I think people need to be real and honest about it because, like, kids are the most precious things in the world.
Yeah.
And they deserve everything. And I think I would be way too selfish, and my partner would probably be raising the child by himself. And I would just be like, shit, mom. Like, I'd be there to, like, maybe play, but, like, the second it starts crying for, like, more than an hour, I'm out.
I mean, like, overstimulation is definitely real.
Yes, like, how do you deal with that? How do you deal with, I'm putting my jacket on, I'm putting my clothes together, I have to be out of the house in 5 minutes, my kids is crying, just threw off their shoe. How do you do that?
I mean, I do think I have a little bit of an advantage just because of like what I've done for work so long. Like, that's literally like, I feel like what I do is like teaching like kids how to like not have behaviors and like use communication, or like teaching parents how to like respond to that kind of stuff. But it also is different when it is your own kid. Like, I'm not going to pretend like I'm not like internally crying at the same time, but
I can't let them see it.
like, right, because kids are also really like,
they feel emotions.
Yeah, so you have to, even though like you want to like cry your eyeballs out too, because you're like, me too, like I didn't want to do any of this morning either.
Right.
You have to like keep it in check somewhat, or like you're just gonna add more fuel to the fire. But I think again, because what I do for work, like I've just become so accustomed to like being able to ignore like certain behaviors. It is again more difficult when it's like your own kid, but definitely now that he's like moving into a toddler stage, I'm very aware when it's like, okay, you're just like throwing a tantrum.
Right.
Versus like the newborn stage for sure is tough because it's just like,
when do you sleep?
You don't for the first like
5 months?
Actually, no. Like, we were really lucky. By about 3 months, like, he started sleeping through the night pretty well.
Wow.
Like, if he woke up, it was solely because, like, he lost his passy. And, like, obviously doesn't know how to grab it yet.
Right. I feel like there are more studies, too, that, like, oh, this will help your baby sleep better. And I feel like we really didn't have that, like, before.
No. I think parents were just, like, winging it back in the day. Which is probably why, like...
I'm so pissed off. Yeah. Like, they let me sit there and cry.
Yeah. I mean, there are still some people who are very, like, cry it out method. And to each their own, but, like, I will be honest, we tried it, like, one time. And I was like, no. Because, like, I think it was, like, 5 minutes of crying. And it was, like, it never, like, the inflection never stopped. And I was like, not for me.
Yeah.
Like, it's going to take me 2 minutes to go in there and calm you down and you'll go back to sleep. So, like, why would I not just do that?
Right.
So, I mean, so yes, like those things, but I guess, well, one for me, that's why I know like one and done, because I like talk to my friend Victoria all the time, who also has a son who's like my age. And I'm like, I don't know how people do this and then also have a toddler. Like, that's where I feel,
how do you get
that's
pregnant
where
twice?
I feel like I can't, because that's too much for me. I'm like, okay, like if I were like, I now understand why my sister and I are literally 6 years apart, because
me too.
Like, she was in school, she was gone, she was like
living her life.
Right. So then, like, really all my mom had to worry about was me at that point, you know? So I feel like if I even were to ever be like, okay, I'll have another, like, I would need my first one to literally, like, be in school, be in extracurricular activities, like, and then at that point, like, why would I want to go back
to diapers?
Right.
When you're out of the trenches.
Right. And I'm also, like, in a groove where we're, like, doing things and going places more, because like it's definitely hard to, I think, in this, especially like social media era, to not like romanticize having kids. And everybody's always like, and I mean, I was even like, it's not going to stop me from doing what I want to do when I want to do it and going and doing things. But like, it definitely has, because the sheer thought of like packing everything up, like even for the cruise, the amount of bags we had.
Yeah, I was about to ask you that. How many bags do you think you had?
So we had the car seat, which you can like check like right at the ticket counter, which was fine. Then we had like the stroller, which like you gate check like right before you board. Then Matthew had his carry-on. I had a checked bag, and then baby had a checked bag. So
sorry, Matthew.
well, actually, but you know, like they always like at the big, like before they start boarding, they're always like, we're looking to check some bags, we'll check it to your destination for free.
Yeah.
So we wound up doing that with his bag like literally each time.
Nice.
So that was nice.
So he can
and
help
like
you more.
so like we knew that that was going to be the plan, but I wasn't going to like prepay to check his bag, because like it's $35 per check bag. No thank you.
Right, that's crazy.
No.
Should be free.
So there were a lot of bags. So that's like a huge thing. And just like the amount of stuff you have to like to pack and bring, and then like,
you see how she's talking me into it, you guys?
I'm not at all trying to talk anybody into it. Like, if anything, I feel bad when I talk to people who are like, I don't want to get it, and I'm like, okay, so, and listen to this and this and this, and I'm like, sorry, I'm just trying to, like, because nobody like was ever telling me these things. Right. Not that I think it like it doesn't make me love him any less, like not want him anymore, and it wouldn't have changed my mind because I knew like I wanted a kid. But like, the only things people ever tell you like when you're pregnant or talking about having a kid is like, kiss your sleep goodbye, ha ha ha, and it's like, that is literally the least of my worries. Right. Like, why don't you bring up childcare? That's the biggest thing. Like, it's just insane. Wow. So I just don't understand. So like those are the things that I wish like people would talk about, not just like the like, oh, the sleep and the this, and it's like, no, like talk to people about the more important things, because not that you want to change someone's mind, but maybe you want to like let them know like, hey, you want it now, but like, are you in a financial like spot where now is going to be the best time? Because like I am shelling out like easily a month's worth rent on a nanny every month. Right. So, and like, I didn't anticipate shelling out that much, because I mean, daycare is definitely cheaper than a nanny. So like, that was huge for me. I was like, oh, okay, got to budget a little bit differently now. You know, so like, those are the things I feel like people should talk about, because I could care less about my sleep. Like, hello, do you feel like you avoid being friends with people who have kids?
No. My sister is like my best friend. We're also 6 years apart.
But like, that's your sister, so like, I feel like, of course,
I'm so used to it. I'm like,
oh, okay, that's what you mean, like, because of your
I feel like,
you feel like,
I have a little nephew. He's 3 years old. He is almost like 4 feet tall, 50 pounds. So no, if anything, I feel like I want to be friends with more people that have kids, just because like my mom, LOL, she raised me, so basically. But my sister's a single mom, and I just see how just kind and nice, and like really how much just an hour by yourself can change your whole mentality. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, you know what? I enjoy being around kids, but like at the end of the day, like I don't want to do all the bad shit. I'll take your kid to do all the fun shit. I don't want them throwing up at night. I'm sick. I'm throwing up. Boom. Now I'm shitting in a trash can because they're on the toilet. Like,
oh my gosh, it's like when you were a kid and like you threw up and you go into your mom's room. Like, I threw up.
Literally. I don't want to do that, but like, yeah, you want to go get your nails done? I'll fucking watch your kid. We'll go hang out. We'll go do something. I don't know. It doesn't matter to me. And like I feel like you have like a pretty balanced out life. Like I feel like compared to most people who have kids, like I feel like you like do she does so much. Like she really does. She's such a good mom, but like she gets her work done, she gets her time done, she also spends time with her husband. I'm like, damn, maybe I need to take a lesson from you.
I mean, but it just did recently get that way. I
Yeah.
feel like where I was able to like feel like I could start making more time for myself.
Do you feel like it's because your kid? I'm just gonna say you're a kid.
Okay.
Do you feel like it's because your kid's getting older that you can?
Yes, because one, it's like not rocket science to watch him anymore. And also, he used to be like a terrible napper. Like, I'm talking about, like, would only take like 30-minute naps at a time. Now, he's like a beautiful napper. We love that for him. But he also, like, only now, like, takes 2 naps a day, is about to move to 1 nap a day, you know? So I just feel like it's easier for me to let go of control now and be like, oh, yeah, like, you can come watch him.
Yeah.
And like love Matthew to death. He's a great dad, but even me being like, oh yeah, I'm gonna go do this tonight, like I still feel like I would be like,
Anxious.
okay, but wait, I'm gonna go do it after he goes to bed so that I can make sure that I was here. I don't know, like there's definitely, I think, like a lot of moms have like for sure internal mom guilt too. And like I definitely did. Like anytime I would make a plan, it would be like, okay, after he goes to bed. But then like the more I started thinking about it, I'm like, I don't even like, yes, obviously I help for bedtime, but like I'm not the one who puts him to bed most nights.
Yeah.
Because Matthew is like gone throughout the day and I'm home.
Yeah, he wants to spend time with them.
So that's like his thing. They do like bath and then like bottle in bed together. So I'm like, all I'm really doing is coming in right before he puts him down and like giving him a kiss and telling him I love him and I'll see him in the morning.
He
So I'm
totally
like,
will remember that.
right. So I'm like, okay, like, is that so significant that I have to feel like shit if I'm not there for bedtime every single night, you know? So once I kind of started getting over my mom guilt a little bit more, I think I started being like, okay, like I'll go do something. I also feel like it needs to be more okay because all you see on social media are like these people who are like, this is what I was destined to be. And I'm like,
You were destined to be fat
yeah,
for 9 months.
well, like, good for you if that's how you feel. But like, yes, I was like destined to be a mom, but not just a mom. Like, that's not my entire identity. So I just feel like there's not a lot of like that gets put out there. It's always just like, oh my gosh, like being a mom is so beautiful and I'm like so blessed to have this. And it's like, but also it's not and it's tough. And especially if you want to be someone who like still has your career and like still has like a life and stuff, like you have to definitely work hard at prioritizing obviously your kid first, but then like, okay, I have to prioritize my relationship. Like I have to, like that was something I like never even really thought of. Like Matthew and I for sure didn't think about that. Like you really get in this roommate phase because it's like you both are running on no sleep, or like for me, I'm like home working and taking care of him, like if I don't have the nanny or whatever. So by the time Matthew gets home, I'm like, great, I'm ready for my break. Instead of being like, okay, let's, you know, but by the time dinner comes around, then like we'll have like our family time.
Yeah.
But it's like, you know, so I just don't feel like people talk about that stuff. They just talk about like
the good.
yeah, and it's like, no, please let people know. I did this in my last episode too, so I want to know what yours is. But what's a piece of like advice, or it doesn't even have to be like necessarily advice. What is something that you would like say to like child or younger you?
You made it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, you made it. Probably that's it. I don't know.
That's so much less depressing than mine. Oh my gosh.
I don't know. I just like I don't know. You guys don't know the lore behind me, but basically was crazy. My sister dated like this guy, moved in when I was like 15, and then like the guy she was seeing, we went to Whataburger. He pulled a gun out on some people, then was like, "Yo, I'm gonna kill your sister if you tell everyone." So everyone hated me, and I got super depressed, and here we are. And now I make money, and I love the life I live. I get to do what I love forever.
And
that was really good summed up.
That was really good.
I feel like
that was a great summary.
Like high school in like 4 seconds.
I'm so proud of you.
Thank you. You should be. You should be.
5 hours later.
Has it been 5? I think it's like 4.
I don't know. It is 10 p.m. So yes, it is 5 hours.
Hey.
But
period. What is that? By
James Taylor.
Dimension. I wish you guys could see it in person. Like, yes, it looks great, but like it looks so. Just in real life, it's so much better. I just can't.
You bitches can try to have her, but if you take my slot,
yeah, she loves the late nights and weekends.
It's over for you.
Yeah, fight me.
You'll have to take PTO if you want to see her.
Yeah.
So. Oh my god, little bro.
Okay.
Getting sassy with them. Okay, let me make sure I check my notes, make sure I cover everything. Okay, yeah, we're just missing your feral thought now.
My feral thought is I don't think you should get married before 25.
Damn, you're outing me.
Yeah, I know.
Okay,
I
why?
Just
frontal lobe development.
Well, I just feel like this is like me personally. I feel like it's literally one out of I feel like every 10 relationships. Don't ask me where I got that statistic. I just made it up in my head. I feel like 1 out of every 10 relationships actually work past 25. That's just me personally. I think you have to be dating the person for like a while. I don't know. I also think like marriage is terrifying. So yeah, I just think wait a long time. Wait until you're at least like 27.
Hook my mic somewhere, and that's not hooking where I want it to be. I mean, yeah.
Like you got lucky, but girl, if I would, I just think about like all my friends who they said they were gonna marry, and me who I said I was gonna marry. It's
like never mind. That's not actually.
Yeah, actually,
I do think it definitely depends. I think
it does depend, but you said feral thought, and I'm like, okay.
I mean, yeah, and that's
not everyone hate me.
No, nobody has to hate you because you're entitled to your own opinion.
For now.
I would say my feral thought is people who like marry someone who like, and it's like the only person they've ever been with in their entire life.
Oh.
I just like, I don't know how you could do that because like at least one other person experienced them, you know what I mean? Like not even like, I guess in a sexual way, but like
I was totally thinking just sexual. I mean, like, not that I'm like have been with a bajillion people, but I'm just like,
how are you gonna know that like sexually, mentally, like, and even like not in a sexual sense, but like there's like physical love outside of sexual love. Like, how do you know that that one person who is like your high school sweetheart is like just like it?
And everyone brings a different kind of love to the table. You really need to date around to figure out what are like your, oh my God, I can't live without this. You know what I mean?
Or like, oh my God, this is going to make me like literally go clinically insane.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. So I think that would be mine.
Okay. Yeah.
For sure.
Love it.
I feel that. So when do you feel like your ideal marriage age is?
That's a good question.
If you don't think it's before 25, does it just mean after 25?
Like literally, like after 25, turning 25, which is like an unpopular opinion because like the South. But yeah, I think after 25, honestly, like maybe 30s, I guess. But I don't know. You like look your hottest in your 20s. I don't know. That's tough now. I take it back. Get married in your 20s so you can have really hot burn photos.
I do think it definitely, like you mentioning the South, it would be a lot dependent on like where are you located? You know what I mean? Because,
Yeah.
like, I think about, like my Bravo stands and stuff, and, like, Summer House, and, like, how a lot of them are, like, older and not necessarily, like, married in their 30s and stuff. But I feel like that's a very, like, New York City thing, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
there's no rush to be married. But,
Yeah.
like, if you're in the South, like, there definitely, I feel like, is maybe, like, more of a timeline for, like, okay, what are you doing? Like, are you dating? Like, I don't know, like, you know, like, the memes about, like, the Thanksgiving conversations about, like,
Right.
oh, like, when are you gonna bring someone here? But I don't feel like maybe, like, up north, like, that's as big of a deal for people because there's, like, no timeline on their life.
Also, how do you feel about, like, people, like, getting engaged in, like, less than a year? How do you feel about that?
I don't understand how you could do that because I just, like, how do you know them enough? I feel like you need to at least be through, like, an entire year with someone because everyone, like, regardless of if you have, like, any type of, like, mental, like, illness or whatever, everyone has, like, ways that they act, like, through the seasons, you know what I mean? So I feel like you need to experience who that person is throughout the entire year. And then also, unpopular opinion, I guess, based on, like, research and then, like, also, like, whatever.
Oh, do you know a fun fact?
Well, yeah, like, there will be, like, psychologists and stuff who talk about how, like, per research, it's actually shown that, like, couples who live together before they get married actually have higher rates of divorce than those who don't, which to me makes absolutely no fucking sense because I could never marry someone who I didn't live with because simply if your habits don't align with mine, how is that going to work? Like, if you don't know how to, like, pick up after yourself, or if you don't know how to, like, or, like, what if you are, like, a raging morning person and I'm not a raging morning person and, like, that's what I have to live with forever?
True.
Like, I just don't see how that could work. So I don't feel like, one, you should be getting engaged to someone if you, like, haven't been with them for a year. But I think maybe more so the emphasis on, like, have you lived with them? Like, have you seen the sides of them that, like, maybe you wouldn't see if, like, you weren't living with them?
Right. Right. I don't know. I feel like I'm more of, this is horrible, but I feel like I wouldn't say I'm dirty, but I would say, like, I'm more like, oh, I'll come in, can't find an outfit I want to wear, I'll leave it on the ground, and then I'll hang it up the next day. Except my partner will, like, come in and hang it up for me. So I feel like I've always been kind of like the messier one. I'm sure that's probably annoying, but he says it isn't. But I'm like, oh, it's totally annoying. He's just being nice.
I mean, I'm definitely, like, the cleaner one, but I'm also still the one where, like, yeah, like, say I'm going out and I'm, like, trying to figure out an outfit, like, and I pull, like, 15 million things out and then I finally figure out my outfit, then, like, yeah, it's time to go. So, like, all those
Right,
things,
I'm dealing with it
yeah, like, I'm
tomorrow.
just gonna leave it.
Yeah.
But
Okay,
it's not
good.
like Matthew's gonna get to it. Like, I'm gonna get to it.
Right. See, I have a little beautiful housewife. He's hot, you guys. But he's taking off.
I was gonna say, you better stop. They're gonna
Yeah,
be,
I
like,
know.
looking him up.
Well, he is so great.
You better be
like,
glad you don't post him on your socials.
I know. He said something about that the other day. He was like, everyone thinks you're single.
Oh,
And I was like, no, they don't. And then I had a couple people hit me up, and I was like, we're making a birthday post.
Okay, so here's my question now, because this is something I feel like
Yeah, can we cut the rest out and just keep, like, this?
Sure.
Yeah, okay.
I feel like this is something I get insecure about, which is crazy because it's like, okay, I'm married and I have a child with you.
Right.
Like, you posting me on social media is not that big of a deal because you don't really even post on social media in general.
Right.
But do you feel like that's important to you?
Okay, I feel like when me and him first started dating, we were very, like, open about that conversation because I have dated other people in the past and they said it didn't matter. But then obviously I'm a fucking creep. And I would go back and I'd be like, oh, but on Facebook circa 2019, you have 32 photos posted with your ex-girlfriend.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I feel like we both started out and like we weren't big into social media, and it's just like kind of as our love grew, I just like wanted everyone to know like he's awesome and I love him. And then I really only had 5 photos on my personal page.
I was gonna say, like, you
So
didn't really post a lot.
Yeah, so I was like, fuck, I don't post a lot anyways. He posts like more than I do now. But I mean, I feel like I'm still trying to figure out that balance because like I want to keep it like hair related, obviously, because I turned my regular page into a hair page. But yeah, it's hard to find a good balance, but I definitely don't want people thinking I'm single because like I want to gloat about my partner any chance I get to. So I think I might just like start posting photos more.
Okay, what's your opinion about people who like post like these like long, super sappy posts
Me personally?
about their partner? Yeah. Because I have my own opinion, but I want to hear yours first.
Okay, I think it's sweet. I'm not reading it. Like, I see it and I'm like, oh my God, we get it. Like, there is this one friend that my partner has and they're married and like, they're a sweet couple and everything, but it's like, my husband, my husband, every fucking day.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, we get it. Like, either you're really in love or like your marriage is fucking crashing out. I don't know. I just
okay. So see, like that's how I feel. I feel like if you feel the need to post, like I don't know. I feel like okay. So like if it's like I don't know, like okay. So Matthew and I's anniversary was recently. Like
yeah,
I like
posted about you. That was so sweet.
Yeah, but it was, but it's like simple. You know what I mean? It's just like love you. Like it's not like this like novel that someone has to read. I feel like if you are posting something about your significant other and you feel like you need to put a novel out there for the world, then like something is wrong in your relationship, and like you're using social media to cover it up because it's like, why do you even care about
anyone else,
what the world thinks about your relationship? Like I think like I mean Matthew like made a more official post than like I even did. Like I mean granted we were like on vacation or whatever. Like I just like posted a story and was like anniversary like blah blah blah.
Love you.
And like he posted like an after vacay fact like whatever. Very sweet.
Very sweet.
But
cute.
I do feel like if like the people who sit there and they're like, oh my gosh, happy whatever, like this many years, and then like here's like a paragraph.
We have been through it.
Of your trials.
I hated you. You have cheated on me.
Right. Of your like trials and tribulations. It's like, why does Facebook give a single fuck about your trials and tribulations? Because like,
and also like I mean this in the most polite way, like I very much do have an easy life with my partner, but I feel like that's how it's supposed to be. Like, like don't get me wrong, there's like tough things that each individual has to go through, like loss and like hardship and freaking depression. But I just feel like it shouldn't be that fucking hard, and that's probably an unpopular opinion.
I mean, I don't really think it's an unpopular opinion. I mean, I think it would be like a neutral opinion.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people will be like, oh, like, you know, like
your relationship's fake.
Like marriage is supposed to be hard. Like, no, like it's not necessarily and like supposed to be hard.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not supposed to be easy, but like no relationship is supposed to be like a walk in the fucking park.
Right.
You're supposed to have like trials and tribulations and like things that like test your love for each other. But that doesn't mean that it's supposed to be like something that is like so hard that I'm like, God damn, like what is going on here? Like, did I make the right decision? You know? So I don't feel like that's, at least in it's not an unpopular opinion.
I just feel like I don't know. Like he makes my life so fucking easy. And that's another thing. Marry someone that makes your life fucking easy. Like he very much tends to me, does everything and every whim, like to the point where I'm like, we were just talking about this.
Yeah.
Where like his downfall, I really feel like is just like loving me a little too much. Like maybe he could love me a little less and love himself more. Like in all honesty, like he just gives a way too much.
He's gonna listen to this episode.
He gives you give way too much, baby.
Being
Love
like,
you.
wait, do you hate me?
No, he's the best. He just gives way too much. Like I almost just wish he would be like, you know what?
Fuck
Yeah.
you.
No, like just like, hey babe, like I don't know. He just does everything when I'm not home, and then there's nothing left for me to do, and then I just feel like a piece of shit partner. He just needs to do less. Do less.
You heard it here first.
Do less.
Yeah.
This is so cute.
I know. I'm literally in love. Those of you who are tuning into the video portions will be witnessing this amazement.
Sorry, LOL backwards.
Wait, you gotta do the hand behind like in the YouTube days. This is the product I'm using.
This is by Davines.
Oh my God.
Everything I use is Davines.
Wait, but that was like the first time I came to you and you're like, so I use Australian products.
Oh yeah, I'll use Australian
better.
products because they're better for your hair.
And I'm like, okay, is she full of shit? Or like,
Fuck you, actually.
no, like in the back of my mind, I'm like, okay.
Did you see the lawsuit that Redken had? Guess who uses gold? Well, this bitch. Guess who's not getting bladder cancer?
Hold on. First of all soft.
No, color. It was for the color.
Oh,
Yeah.
Okay.
They were getting bladder cancer. But no, this is actually better because my color, it restores your hair up to 35%.
Your lipids are restored.
Lipids in your paper. That's so cute, actually.
Is that touching?
It is. She listens to me, you guys.
I do. I absorb the info. This is beautiful.
Yeah, I did a little bit bigger than 1.
I mean, but this is good. I'm enjoying this.
Yeah.
I'm
Gotta
enjoying.
brush that side out.
Not the bang. The bangs. You know. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Not the bang.
Okay, thank you. I was like, please.
Sorry, I wasn't participating because this side wasn't fucking with me.
You're scaring me.
No, you're fine.
She's gonna attack me with the curling iron. Okay. Well.
Concluded.
No. I have to give my little spiel.
Oh.
Okay. Thank you, rats, for tuning in to episode 9 of Feral Thoughts. Don't forget to follow me on the socials, YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, at Feral Thoughts Pod. If you're enjoying, please like, rate, subscribe, whatever your platform wants for you. And we'll chat later. Goodbye.